Hi, this is No Ordinary Voice of Spiritual Ventriloquism. You are listening to Dummy Himself. I don't know if any of you are familiar with some of the platforms that are out there on social media outlets like YouTube, but there's a lot of these red pill, masculinity venues out there on YouTube where you'll get a bunch of people in a forum together, and males and females, and they're all experts on life, being at best maybe into their mid 30s. and they're hashing out the ramifications of marriage and dating and all of this other stuff. And really it just some of it's kind of ridiculous. You got women who are career women and unmarried trying to give advice on the evils of women that are career women and unmarried. Maybe the heart does know its own bitterness. But see, this is the thing. You get people that don't really know and have a good grip on reality in their own heart to begin with, trying to go out there and give advice, It'd be, like, I've failed so many times and therefore I'm an expert on how to raise children. Or I've failed so many times and I'm an expert on how to do this or that, And it's like, okay, well, don't be disappointed if you end up with the same results. So, that being said, there's this guy on there, and he was like, I can't remember what the show was, and he was literally calling women, gold digging skanks, and the whole perception was this woman says she couldn't marry, a McDonald's or a Burger King employee or something like that. She could not do that because they're not good enough for her. Well, this guy says, you've never heard that from a male. You've never heard that come out of a male here. No male here has ever said that. No male in history has ever said something like that. Only you, women, have said that. And that makes you gold-digging skanks. And I'm thinking to myself, so I'm watching this thing. And while what this man is saying could possibly be partly or mostly true, he's not revealing all of his hand. And that's what I find funny about these men who promote themselves to be some alpha male. Now, why you would want to compare yourself to a dog to begin with is beyond me. So, these people portray themselves to be alpha males. They never bring themselves forward as sigma males who are empathetic. They actually care about the rest of the wolf pack. They're not just out there having the betas serve him, and stuff like that. So anyway, that's the way these people come across, and so while he's saying, yeah, women, they're gold diggers, okay? But the problem is he's not revealing his own lack of a grip on reality. And that's the way women are by nature. In an evolutionary biological tendency, and I say microevolutionary, not trying to discount creationism. I'm just what happened after created, after all the crap, after all the screw ups, what has happened. What patterns of behaviors have developed and what types of credentials people expect of one another as a result of fallen nature. And we'll call that microevolution. And go ahead and parse it out. Go do your research and get the next rung on the ladder and grab it good, because, it's slippery getting up that ladder sometimes on the intellectual shit. It's too much trouble, too much heartache, too much burning of the midnight oil, and most people are not willing to make that sacrifice. I have. So here I am. Anyway, so you got these people calling these women gold diggers, but they're not acknowledging the fact that that's the way women are by nature, and it's for a very, very important reason, which, if men were not in so much damn self-denial, they would be able to see this. And that is, you think about it for a minute. Who immediately bears most of the cost of giving you access to their vagina? Is it the man or is it the woman? The man can and does get up and leave the woman and the child as refugees. Okay? So why the hell wouldn't she seek out and try to pick the best man available for her? Assholes. And that is because she's the one who's going to be left as a refugee potentially. She's the one who may develop a pre-diabetic condition as a result of pregnancy and might not get back her original shape and form back to the place it was before you went and got what you wanted. Okay? The man went even further than this. He says that women are gold-digging skanks, right? And they turn around and he says that which men always trade down because they're the romantically superior of the two sexes. Women always trade up, men always trade down. So that means that man is romantically superior. Well, you know what? Men need to get in contact with their emotions and their romantic superiority and acknowledge the fact that it's the woman and not you who has the power of agency. She's the one who decides whether you visit the cave or you don't. It's her, okay? All the while, you're so romantically superior that you can't help but have your nose up in some woman's ass. and you can't make sense out of your romantic superiority, and you can't make sense out of your emotional stability when she rejects you. Get to know yourself first, and then maybe you can trade up. Have a good day. Shalom.